what I loved was the story in itself is so inspiring because, like we say, failures are the stepping stones to success, and that is what we see with the journey of the scientist also in this show.
Correct.
And you know, I want to start this conversation by asking y'all that for each one of you, what was the personal reason to, you know, come on board for this one?
For me, I've always been a fan of the work TVF has done.
Okay.
And we've discussed collaborations at many times, opportunities, but nothing has like fit right. जब ये वाली स्क्रिप्ट आई थी और मुझे याद है मैं कारगिल में था अपने पिताजी के साथ था, and when I heard the narration that it is about a scientist who's who's got this dream to really make this mission work because his father fought the Kargil war and passed away.
Right.
And it was his father's dream that his son makes inroads into science for our country. It just felt surreal. मुझे लगा it also became like at that very moment I was on a very personal trip with my father, on a road trip, never done before in my life. We had deep conversations, also some skirmishes. So at that point it felt like very personal, and I felt it would be like my father would really be proud, and so would my mother. And the third is when I read the script here, Nawaz, I think the material really spoke to me. Honestly, by the end I was finished. When I finished it, I had a lump in my throat, and it hit right. And these three were enough reasons for me to make sure that I go and kill that audition. I tested for it. So yeah. So it was, yeah.
What about you?
TVF, I love the work they do. I want this, I'm sure my parents will be very proud of, and I'm guessing my daughter also one day when she watches, she'll be proud of. The whole country celebrated this, and so when I read the script, I felt it was really important to share this with people for them to understand how difficult the life of a scientist is and what all they go through. Because we only celebrate the achievement, which is very important.
Right.
But we forget to celebrate people behind it.
Yeah.
And so this show, I think there's a beautiful opportunity to let that happen. So I'm really excited that I'm part of it. And obviously, like after I went for my first table read and I met these beautiful actors, it's like I felt this is just so beautiful, and yeah.
Anish, what was your personal reason to?
Nothing. I've just been auditioning for a really long time and I finally got a part. No, I mean, look, I've been dabbling with comedy for very long.
Absolutely.
And I always wanted to do drama. And I'm glad it came with this opportunity. I've known Arunabh for a really long time, but the fact that we never did something with TVF and me in comedy it just blows my mind. I don't know why we haven't done it. But the moment it was this opportunity, and all of us have known Arunabh for a really long time. Right. So the fact that we can all come together, collaborate for this and work, it just was an incredible experience. I was told that Nakuul and Shriya are going to be on the show. And I was really excited about meeting these two superstars, and I'm glad I'm sitting here with them today.
Absolutely. And the show is based on such an important chapter in in everybody's life, for that matter, as citizens, as scientists.
Yeah.
What were the preparations like? Because I'm sure you have to be very perfect when you are telling a story like this.
The writing is critical. And what goes up in terms of graphics is extremely critical.
Right.
Like you can't be talking about the Vikram lander and showing, like the mission Mangalyaan. You can't be doing that.
Absolutely.
To start with, it has to be from the same universe. So I think the writing, the research has been phenomenal, and nobody can take that away from Shubham and Prashant, the writers of the show. In terms of us individually preparing for it, with what I did, I basically learned my lines and rocked up on set. And if I needed acting advice, I spoke with Nakuul, because him and I do a lot of scenes together, and that's it. We figured it out. It wasn't that complex for me. I'm just
amazing.
it wasn't.
I feel this is not a documentary, so it's not based on a person's life. It's revolving around a group of, it's like reflecting their life, but it's not. It is there is a lot of responsibility there because you want to make it look authentic. But having said that, I didn't. Yeah, it had to look real. But having said that, I didn't have to follow a scientist. Like it could be my interpretation. So I sat down with Shubham. Shubham was very kind to give me all the material he had written before he started writing this character. So everything that he thought about how my character should be or what it should be. And so we sat down and discussed, and it was interesting to do that with him. So the facts and all have to be right and perfect, and the way we are talking about it has to be perfect.
Yep.
And from there on, I saw a lot of interviews of a lot of scientists and what they went through, or how they explained Chandrayaan, and so that really helped. And then on, it was just like, I feel it, you're very nervous before you go on set. At least I am. You don't know if you'll get it or not get it, and you're like, will it flow or not flow? And something happens when the camera is on, and at some point you feel that rush of energy, and you feel like it just happened, and that's when you feel like you got it now. Yeah. But up until then, you're just nervous and figuring.
Yeah.